Hey YouTube, I'm going to show you guys the best settings to OBS 2016 1080p 60 frames per second, no frame drops at all. All you guys gotta do is follow along and let's get started. So first you guys want to get to your settings. You can get there by clicking this one or going up here in the top left corner and hit settings and then hit settings again. The first tab we're going to go quickly is general. Really just leave it to default unless you speak a different language. I would recommend just leave this normal. Encoding. Encoder X264. Use CBR check. This will be grayed out, so doesn't matter what this is. Max bitrate. If you have a pretty good processor, I have a 3770 i7 quad core 3.4 gigahertz processor, and I use 3500 max bitrate, which is really good. If you have a processor that maybe not be as good as that, go down to like say 2500. Audio encoding. Codec AAC format 48 kilohertz, bitrate 128, channel stereo. And up here, of course, I missed this part. Enable CBR padding, check. Use custom buffer size, uncheck. This is grayed out when this is unchecked. Alright, broadcast settings. We are recording, not streaming, so you want to do the mode to file output only. Your file path, I would recommend using it to an external hard drive, not the same hard drive that you're running your games or your operating system. But if you cannot do this, then it's totally okay. But it gives you just extra benefits when you can put it to an external drive, so that way your CPU doesn't have to work as hard, but it's still okay. Video. If you're a video adapter, I'd recommend using your graphics card if you have one. If you're using Intel integrated, that is fine, but maybe some games will not run if you're trying to record 1080p at 60 frames per second. If you are lagging and you have integrated graphics, I would recommend going down to 30 frames per second and recording at 1280 by 720. So you'll be recording at 720p. Your base resolution, set that to whatever your monitor is. Resolution downscale is for in case, say, you're recording at 1080p, but really you want your video output to be 720, then select 720. Now this is the big one, FPS. If you guys want 60 FPS, set it to 60. If you guys want 30, set it to 30. But if you guys are trying to record a game, if you guys cannot get 60 FPS while recording, then you're not going to be recording at 60 FPS. So make sure you guys can play your game at 60 FPS before you try to record it at 60 FPS. Okay, your audio, you're going to do your desktop audio to default, your microphone to whatever your microphone is. And if you guys are wondering why it says voice meter output, it's the type of software I'm using to make my microphone sound really nice and professional. So if you guys want to know how to get your microphone the best settings possible, I will have a tutorial coming soon for that as well. Uncheck force microphone auxiliary to mono, and this is just default with show online connected devices. Okay, all these other ones are default 201, 112. Okay, hotkeys, this is your personal preference. It doesn't matter what it is, it does nothing to do with performance. Whatever you guys want. I don't set any, really, to be honest. I don't really use them. I just hit record from OBS itself, and then in my post, when I edit my videos, I cut to where I start the video. Advanced. Okay, this is where it comes. This is an important section. Okay, so listen very carefully. General. Check. Use multi-threaded optimizations. Process priority class normal, so that way it doesn't take too much. CPU power, so you have extra for other things like games. Scene buffering time 700. Uncheck disable encoding while previewing, and check allow other modifiers on hotkeys. Okay. Next is video. This is very important. X264 CPU preset. Depending on your CPU, I would recommend using faster or very fast. If you have a CPU better than mine or similar to mine, I would recommend using this very fast, so that way it doesn't use too much of your CPU power, so that way you can have plenty of CPU power for gaming. But if you don't have as good as processor, I would recommend doing the fast or even fast. But remember, this will lower your quality as well, so do not get upset with me if it is not crystal clear. Okay. Encoding profile domain. Keyframe interval 2 seconds. Use CFR. Check. You can use a custom CFR, which is 20, which is good quality. You guys can use that if you guys want to. Personally, I don't. I just use CFR. Everything else is unchecked. And you can see here is my global audio sync is 0. And everything else is what it shows here. It's basically defaults. Okay, all these other sections are just plugins that you guys can install for OBS. But I hope you guys did like that video. This is how you guys can record 1080p, 60 frames per second, crystal clear footage with no lag spikes. Now remember, if you guys don't have a very a good PC, then it will probably drop your frames. But if you guys have a pretty good like an okay computer to good computer, this will be totally fine for you. Remember, 60 FPS only if you guys can actually play while recording. And if you're playing and you get 60 FPS while recording, then you guys can record at 60 FPS. But if you guys are dropping below 60 while recording, then do not use 60, go down to 30. And if you're lagging at 1080p, go down to 720p. And that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did like it, leave a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more content, comment down below what you guys want to see. I will be posting gaming videos, tutorials, bunch of cool things. My next video will be how to make your microphone sound way better than it is just normally when you plug and play. So, yep, hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.